Hey guys, how's it going? This is actually a start of a new mini series I'm doing. It's going to be 3 videos. And the major inspiration for this was actually my boyfriend. He went to me one day, you know what? You should build a Tetris house. So he tried to explain what he meant, like what it looked like. And so then I thought, okay, I'll try it out in The Sims. So off camera, I gave it a go and sort of fiddled around with it, and I was like, yeah, no, this isn't working. What I'll do instead is I'll make these small, like these. I was trying to make houses out of these small shapes, but what I decided to do was make a park, and I thought it would be cool to have like a winding path in between these shapes, and it would add interest to like a normal boring park, you know. And so then afterwards, I showed the video to him, or the end product, and he said, "That's not I meant, but it's awesome anyway." And so then we sort of sat down together, and we were drawing out on pieces of paper, and his idea wouldn't actually work on The Sims, so I had to like edit it a bit and sort of think around how it could work on The Sims, and yeah, so that's what the next two videos are going to be about. It's me making, I guess, a big house for with like several Tetris pieces and or brick block because that's what it's called in The Sims. But then then I was thinking while I was building it and while I was brainstorming that actually it could work as a build challenge. So I haven't actually built my own version of the challenge, but basically what it's going to be is you have to use the Tetris shapes. So these 2 videos will hopefully be up later on this week, and yeah, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I hope it all goes well, and I hope you like this uh, video and this build. But these little buildings, they weren't. I get they are more decorational pieces. There's one which I actually use for the bathroom, which is the square one, because it's the easiest one to use it for. I also thought that it was the one that would be less affected or like visually by a door. I also snuck it around the other side, so from the front you couldn't see it, but if you walked around the building, then you could. I also put in these little black fences because when I was looking at it, although like with the grid off, with the grid on, it still sort of it made it look quite chunky and that kind of thing, and so it still worked. But I looked at the originals and then the black line around it, and once I put that in, it worked so well. Also, with this square, it started off being, I think it was like a 5 by 5, and I tried several like combinations of all the different colors. I was thinking, why is there always one left over? And then I thought, such an idiot moment. I'd done an odd number for the box. Of course, it wasn't going to work because all the Tetris pieces are multiple of 4. Oh, I sort of felt really stupid. I was gonna like cut it out and just pretend that I'd always known all along that it was gonna be a multiple of 4, but I thought I might as well leave it in. I'm human, but at least it only took me 2 attempts to figure out what was going on. But yeah, maybe that was a bit dim. I also put in these square what are they called, like tables with the umbrellas square, but I did them in different colors. I thought that they kind of went maybe. Yeah, this is what I was going on about with the bathrooms. What's actually really awesome is that the floor and the walls glow, so there's no need for any lights. You don't need to put them in because you can still see what's going on because of the lighting. I used those toilets because I thought they were more block shaped. I don't know whether that was a wise thing to do. Um, I liked this little fountain at the front. Maybe I should have put more fountains in. I also thought that using those blocks, that block fountain in the middle, was quite a good idea because I actually struggled to use that piece. I like it, but I struggled to use it. So I thought it was an opportunity, like perfect opportunity to do so. Also, the a lot of this video is gonna be me doing the landscaping because there is quite a lot of landscaping. What I decided to do was make it really, really colourful. with a lot of greenery in there too, with rocks and sort of textures with different heights and that kind of thing. But what I thought was quite cool was to put in these little square boxes of hedges randomly in amongst all of the what's it called? All of the little plants and stuff like that. I actually really like this garden. For the next two builds, I'm going to use this garden skill. Well, I haven't built the new one yet, but I probably will. Um, for the next build which I built, which was actually I put in the lot next door. So all the screenshots and stuff of that house do have this in the background, so that looks pretty cool. Um, but yeah, they've got a similar sort of garden style with all the colours and the blocks and that kind of thing. Um, I personally like really colourful gardens. My mum is actually a gardener, and she's very talented, and she's been offered jobs at being like a garden designer in certain places and things like that. But she enjoys, the hand-on work. She likes getting her hands dirty and designing like little gardens herself and that kind of thing. And that's what she enjoys most in the world. So it's really nice to see. But all her, like my garden, has always been overflowing with color and texture, and we always used to watch gardening shows when we were younger because my mum used to love them. So I guess this garden, apart from the big square blocks of hedge and rocks maybe as well, it's very similar to what my mum's garden would have been like with all the different colours. But I thought it worked perfectly with the park in here. I meant the path. I said park, but I meant path. Oh well. Um, I wanted to have, I thought that in some areas it worked best to have a planar path. I wanted to, where I've put the Tetris path, I guess, or Blip Block path, um, I wanted those to really stand out. But there were some areas where if I'd put the path through there or put um, the texture through there, then I have a feeling that it would have, I guess, um, spoilt it, and it wouldn't have worked so well, I don't think. So I did put in these planar paths. Um, of course, if you don't like that, then these, although you kind of have to think how the shapes are going to fit together, you can't just put anything anywhere. You do have to have some sort of planning and thought towards it when you're actually making them. But if you do want to fill up those paths, feel free to. But I actually think it's a nice contrast. I also try and keep all the furniture white as another contrast to make it sort of stand out. And I thought if I tried to match colours or anything like that, they wouldn't be as bright as the floor would be, and I think it would kind of ruin it. So I thought black and white, and apart from those umbrellas, because they were part of the same color scheme, I thought that it would kind of spoil it otherwise. But yeah, I also wanted to use these these bush trees. They're in the bush section of the 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 Sims catalog, I guess. But I thought they were really cool, even though they were circles. I liked the sort of abstractness of them and cartoonish style to them. I mean, I've never ever seen trees like that in my life. I don't know whether they really exist. Um, but I thought, seeing as this was sort of a more abstract, I guess it's more cartoony and not really something you might find in real life. So I thought I'd put trees in to match that. I also tried to slip it. I wanted to put in a llama, so I slipped in a llama somewhere um, in the garden. Um, I've always wanted to use those, and I wanted to put in more actually, but I forgot. I think I also do some slight editing. I don't. When I came back to do the screenshots, I thought there wasn't quite something right about um, the look of the park. I don't know. I think I might have ended like recorded it in the end, the changes which I made, but there were slight changes. So the screenshots, I think it's something at the front I changed, but the main sort of style of it will be the same. It's just slight changes. But yeah, I tried to sort of make it look as though maybe the at first I thought it might be cool to put behind that red box. It might be good to put Tetris pieces to make it look like the Tetris pieces were falling into the already made shape that was below. But I thought it was kind of a waste of space. This lot isn't that big, so I thought that, you know, it would be difficult for Sims to get back there possibly, or, you know, you'd feel sort of closed off from the rest of the park. So in the end I just decided to move it back, add some flowers, that kind of thing. I thought it was a better use of space. Um, when I was building it, I thought it might be quite cool to sort of make it so that you could walk into that building, and sort of stand in that open area where I'm putting those chess tables now. But yeah, if you want to put that in your game, go for it. But I decided not to. Um, but anyway, it's going to go onto the screenshot soon, or it's going to have that extra footage, which I actually did have in the end. We'll see which version actually comes around. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you again soon.